Eagles looking for some momentum after erupting for 80 points. The first time in a few years they've done that, with 10 different players scoring last time out. American University now welcoming in the Loyola Greyhounds, who are angling for a turnaround, losing 6 in a row and still in search of their first league win. But they bring a tough squad. Good afternoon, everyone. Dan Lang alongside Jody Lavin-Patrick. And Jody, that's where we'll start. On paper, this is a game that angles toward the Eagles, but Loyola is tough, and you look at who they've faced the upper half of the league so far.
Well, and the Eagles love playing at home, and so they're going to have to do it right from the beginning. The first 5 of every quarter is important, but especially the beginning of the game. Loyola's hungry, Dan. They want it, and how they come out transition-wise is going to be a key. Let's jump into our players to watch, presented by Geico. Well, Lex Tarian, she is a freshman of note, averaging a double-double. That's something that you can't expect from a freshman, and it's happening right now. She's got to do it today, obviously. Now, Maddie Doring she's a senior, opted out last year. They need her to keep putting numbers up like she did in that 80-point win against Army. She had 12 points, 2 from the 3. She's known as a three-point shooter, but she's diversifying her game. Indeed, so those are our players to watch, brought to you by Geico. Let's check out our starting lineups, which are presented by your 3 neighborhood and family-owned Gregoria's Trattoria locations. First, for the Greyhounds, a record of 3-13 in conference, 0-6. And on the road, they're 0-9. And they're in the midst of a ton of games away from Wrights Arena. However, they are, after this, going to be at home for a stretch of games. Eagles starting lineup, AU 10-5, 3-2 in conference play. So those are your starting lineups presented by Gregorio's. Visit gregoriostrattoria.com to view their complete menu. Tipped up. And it looks like they're going to redo it. I thought that would have been a slap by Loyola. I think that's why Emily Fisher decided to let it go. And this time it's going to be tapped over toward the Greyhounds, and Dixon will corral the basketball. Okay, again, out to the player, the signature player-to-player defense by the Eagles. And the Greyhounds really looking to get Lex Tarian going right away. They were posting her up, but good defense. Now a mismatch, a switch, but a great double by Taylor Brown coming down to double, because Emily Fisher, that was a great pass by the Greyhounds. Get it to the mismatch, but the elbow, you could see that elbow come out. There you see Coach Jebbia, Meg, in her 9th season at the helm of the program, and just 4 wins away from becoming the winningest coach in program history. The 2-2-1 right there, full court by the Greyhounds, back to a 3-2. That looks like it flattens out to more like a, 1-2-2 flattens out to a 3-2. As that ends up out, but it'll stay with the Eagles. The fact that Tarian already grabbed a foul, something to maybe keep an eye on. She had a lot of fouls in the previous game, as you see there. Danielle O'Banion in her first season as coach at Loyola, taking over for Joe Logan, who had been there for 16 years. And Danielle O'Banion really coming home. She's from the area. She went to the Episcopal High School down in Alexandria. And then went on to play at Boston College, class of 2001. Tarian firing over to Tonaido. Well, that was a good point about Tarian. I would think right now that you're right. The Eagles should really attack. Hey, get 2 quick ones in the first quarter. That would be huge, since so much goes through her. There's Tarian. Has it knocked away. Fisher looking to push the pace. That was a great touch by Jade Edwards. She created that steal. There, the shot off the glass and in from Stack. Just love the fact that Lauren Stack, she knows she's going to be open. They're double teaming Jade Edwards. They're doing other things to other players. She's really taking advantage and finishing. Sharia Roberts there with her first points of the game, averaging 8. Stop and pop there from Edwards. Jade unable to get it to go. And the rebound for Roberts. So that was a quick shot. I liked it. I think Jade, if she can get going early, sets up from the outside, she sets up her drives. Knotted up at 2 here early in DC from Bender Arena, top Ward Circle. Tonaido, there's Tarian coming off a 6.3 rebound performance. Not her typical performance, averaging a double-double coming into this afternoon. That one off the mark from Dixon. One of just 2 freshmen averaging a double-double this year. And you know, that's something that you know is in the scouting report. I love that move right there by Taylor Brown, though, to take it right at Tarian, Dan, to try to see not only to score the basket, but maybe to get the second foul. But yes, to have a freshman averaging a double-double and into this part of the season, this is when the grind really begins. Let's see what the Eagles can do against that.
Tonito looking for a friendly and finding one in Razi.
Nice defense right there. Very nice defense by the Eagles.
Here's Tonito. That shot is up and no good.
And that was with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, so well done by the Eagles. And I think we'll see the Eagles push the pace, Dan, I think all the time, if they have the numbers. They don't have the numbers, they'll get into their half-court motion offense that they're using right now.
Brown, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround, doesn't quite have the tender touch. And it'll be Greyhounds basketball. Mention how the Greyhounds are 0-6. All their losses in conference play have been double digits. Tarian unable to get that one to go, except for one. And they've been in all their games, but just a couple of them until late, including the last game against Boston University. They were within 6 points with 5 minutes to go. Wide open, here's Doring. That shot is up.
And I'm not
but they're gonna call an offensive.
Yeah. That's too bad. And Maddie Doring, as you can see right there, I mean, that's her shot. And she had 2 threes in the Army 80-65 win that you had mentioned in the Open. And, yeah, talking to Coach O'Banion about it, you know, she said, hey, we're right there, the intensity level. I'm asking a lot of every one of the players. We need the finish in the fourth quarter. They were in that game with BU in the fourth quarter, as you said, 6 to go, 6 points down with 4 to go. So they know how to get there. How are they going to finish? That's what she said is their biggest problem.
Dixon, long-range shot. That is no good. The putback off the mark. Bringing it back out now. Dixon.
Well, there was an inadvertent buzzer there, but the players played right through it. You always play the whistle.
Hustling after that one is Stack.
A lot of outside play right now, except for that first basket inside for the Greyhounds. The Eagles are doing a very nice job.
And there's Doring with a dandy right there with Dixon in front of her. Doring had a little space, had a little time, and said, all right, let's just do this.
Well, the last one was just taken away from her with that turnover. So she's like, hey, I can make this from here. Really good transition defense and active weak side right there by Taylor Brown to create that turnover.
Quickly ahead, here's Edwards. Jade off the glass, count the deuce.
And that is what Coach Daniel O'Banion said. We've got to slow them down. She's worried about the Fisher-Edwards connection, Dan. She said if they get going, it's going to be a tough day for us. We have to slow them down.
And, of course, I'm sure she watched that Army contest, and that's what Army West Point was unable to do.
And 80 points, you know, that's not the usual Eagles output, but, you know, they want to do it again today.
Yeah, the Eagles coming into today, so even including that 80-point game as Stack doesn't quite have it there, the Eagles are averaging 61 points a game.
So scoring 19 over that. And you mentioned it also, 10 players scored.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you have that means the ball is moving and you're getting the ball to the open player. Doing a nice job of that today, too. It's just some of the shots aren't going. Stack's layup, they're just down at the other end. She could kiss that off the glass, I thought.
Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to dump it down underneath. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround, off the iron, no good, and the rebound is there for Brown.
Okay, and Emily Fisher right away. I love her point guard skills. Her head is up all the time, Dan. She gets the ball. She's looking to kick it up. You know, she can finish, obviously, too, but she's definitely a pass first.
And there's Doring, too strong off the back end, no good. Rebound there comes down for Tonito.
No numbers again. Very strong transition defense by the Eagles. Emily Johns is out right now, is waiting to come in.
In the paint, navigating there is Roberts, in some trouble with Fisher tight on her, able to get it over to Rossi.
Well, right now, Tarian Emily Fisher was guarding Tyrion, and there was no post up by Tyrion. That's what she should have done at that point.
Jade Edwards leading the Eagles in scoring, coming into today, averaging 14, looking good.
And look at this angle, too. Perfect. I mean, she's coming in strong, nothing but net.
And the Eagles are up 5 early.
You and me, partner, we meet center of town, high noon.
Hold on. Nope, Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
Okay, high 2 o'clock?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
I'm getting thrown through a saloon window at 3.
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
I can squeeze you in between swim class and Kevin's Harp recital at 3:30.
Thought we was eating beans at 3:30.
Right.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Tell you what about Tuesday?
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder Rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed.
Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFed. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, you know? So I just joined.
But you know, you have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right?
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
Eagles fans and alumni, stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by PenFed. PenFed Credit Union is the presenting partner of the Patriot League Basketball Championships. By TAAA, the official retirement planner partner of the Patriot League, and by Geico. Geico is a proud supporter of the Patriot League. Dan Lang, Jody Levin, Patrick with you from D.C. There you see Jade Edwards. Last time these teams played, she erupted. Jade had 25 points, 10 rebounds in the Eagles' victory over the Greyhounds on February 21st of last year. Last time these teams have met, the Eagles have dominated the series.
And that game, too, was during the pod years, you know, where they were only playing the same team, you know, the same 4 teams. And great, coming out of the timeout, that was great half-court defense. And didn't hear much of the Greyhound bench counting it down right there. That's where you need to be able to help your teammates out there.
Yeah, you mentioned Coach O'Banion, and, you know, you look at her roster, and she has the seniors that she's got to bring a whole new system into and a whole new flow and a whole new coaching manner, as that shot is just off the mark, and corralling it there is Gleason. And then you have freshmen, which are brand new to the college game and the pacing of it and all that. So it's got to be tough.
It is, and I talked to her about that, and she said they are buying in. You know, that's a phrase that coaches want to use and hope they can use, because you need to have everyone buy in when you're a new coach. Not a great box out right there, or no box out, really. But she's really feels that their intensity level has been there. It just needs to be there for 40 minutes. And it needs to be there for a whole practice. You do it hard in a practice, it's going to happen in the fourth quarter of the game.
Eagles were able to have Thursday's practice off after that 80-point performance on Wednesday. Coach Gebbia is saying she thought the team earned it and said they had a really good practice yesterday, so she was pleased that they were able to come back and show a lot of intensity coming into this afternoon's game.
A lot of intensity right there in the paint. And what's happening is that with the picks on the ball screens, and that's a key for today, is how do the Eagles play the ball screens. And they need to, guard to guard, you're going to switch. But if it's guard post and you switch, what happened to Emily Fisher right there is she got posted up. And she got called for the foul. So how to play the ball screens and the communication between you as teammates is very important, and that's a big key. And that's from Nikki Flores, the assistant, who this is her scout. And I said, hey, I'm looking forward to it. And she goes, oh, you'll hear me during the game. You will hear me.
Well, you hear Nikki regardless of if it's her scout or not.
The whole staff, I mean, they've been together 9 years.
Yep.
Nicole Cruzen joined them just 3 years ago, but this staff, it's the only all-female staff in the league, and you know they're 10-5. They're doing a great job, but Nikki brings an intensity to the staff for sure.
And racing after it there is going to be Garby. Bailey feeding over to Fisher, getting it down to Johns, navigating, turning around, and scoring.
That was a textbook up and under. Love that. I mean, the defense bit, she stepped through and finished.
Looking for a quick answer there was Tonito, unable to get it to go, and Jade Edwards as she went up for it.
Well, we're going to see here a great feed into right here by Emily Fisher, a wraparound pass. And that, I'll tell you what, that's highlight material for, and you know, you just love it. She's going back, she points to Emily Fisher, thanks for the pass, that type of thing. And she's only a sophomore and had that 11-game season last year. They really feel she's sort of on the cusp. Talking to Tiffany Call before the game today, she's like, she's so close, because when we need scoring, we're going to put her in. And you know, they expect her to be able to finish. Not a great feed right there by Rubo, but. By DeRuvo, but that was, you know, they're getting a lot out of the bench as well.
And that's a key. And, of course, they got a ton out of the bench in the Army-West Point game. But you mentioned how Coach Jebbia's assistants have been here with her since the start, and that speaks volumes to Meg as well.
With the success that she has had, that I would think that some of those assistants have been on short lists for other jobs, and yeah, that they're staying and building something, having something built right now very well.
There's Terrian with her first points of the game. Lex Terrian, the freshman.
And that was with 11 seconds to go in the quarter, so the Eagles did a nice job on her.
There's DeRubo, Riley unleashing, and that is going to be the first quarter in the books, with the Eagles up 3, 9-6. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN.
You and me, partner, we meet center of town, high noon.
Hold on. Nope, Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
Okay, high 2 o'clock?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
I'm getting thrown through a saloon window at 3.
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
I can squeeze you in between swim class and Kevin's Harper recital at 3:30.
Always eating beans at 3:30.
Right.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Tell you what about Tuesday?
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFin. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, you know? So I just joined.
But you know, you don't have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right?
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
Eagles fans and alumni stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
AU Eagles Athletics stands united against racism, violence, discrimination, and inequality. As a community that prides itself on the core values of integrity, respect, accountability, and excellence, AU Athletics reminds all staff, coaches, student athletes, and fans the obligation to care for everyone in the community is stronger than ever. Stand united to end all hatred and inequality and inspire others to do the same. Learn more about the pledge and the actions of the student athletes via AUEagles.com. So 9-6.
You know what we were saying? I think that was so much action for 9-6. Love the Eagles' energy right now, though. I think they're getting back. Their transition D is strong. They said how they play the ball screen is going to be big, and I think they've done a very good job. Only one mismatch did they take advantage of, and that was the one that Tarian scored on with 11 seconds to go in the quarter. So strong defense right now, really, by both teams.
Edwards feeding to Johns, and EJ making it count.
Love the fact that EJ, and only 2 starters are in the game right now to start the second quarter. And they went right to, and that was Jade Edwards going right to EJ.
The 2 starters, Emily Fisher, Jade Edwards, joined on the floor right now by Riley DeRubo, Emily Johns, and Bailey Garvey. There's Tarian firing over. That's Rossi driving and scoring her first points of the game.
And that was a very nice pass by Lex Tarian. She knows when she gets it, she's going to have, a double team potentially almost every time she gets it there, and she's able to rifle it over to the weak side.
There's Garvey putting it on the deck. DeRubo eyed the rim, instead pushes in closer, feeds off again. That time, John's just a little bit too far on the arc.
There's a mismatch there because EJ's got some size, some height on her defender. But that was a little bit of a force. I think that the Eagles had a couple other shots they might have been able to get or make that extra pass and find something better.
Rossi, now Dixon. Talia averaging 11 points a game. Stop and pop, no good, and Johns gets the rebound.
Good transition defense. I've been saying how the Eagles have been getting back. Well, the Greyhounds got back very well there. And again, they're seeing something. Eagles are seeing that they're going with a 4-out, 1-in, Dan, and having EJ just going block to block, and they are getting her the ball.
And they're continuing to feed her, and that shows confidence the team has in her, the coaches have in her. Already with 6 points, averaging 4 on the year, and coming off 4 in the win over Army. 3 ball is up. That's no good there from Douglas. Eagles up 5. DeRubo in a little trouble, trying to shuttle the pass out, but instead it'll be intercepted. Quickly ahead, Dixon trying to flip it to Tarian, and she'll net her second field goal of the game. She's got 4, pulling the Greyhounds to within 3.
And that got Coach Danielle O'Banion off the bench clapping her hands because that's what they want to do. They want to push it if they get numbers. Jade Edwards going for that quick steal. You do that if you hopefully you have weak side. And no one was there.
There's DeRubo, Riley, that's off the iron, no good. And the rebound is there for Dixon. There's Rossi buzzing past Fisher. And Rossi with all 4 of her points here in the second, and that's going to prompt Coach Jebbia to call a timeout as the Greyhounds have pulled to within 1 of the Eagles. 7:14 to play here in the first half on the ESPN.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds. They're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going.
Hurry!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
1757 Golf Club in Dulles, Virginia is your ultimate golf experience. Don't let the cold weather give your golf game the winter blues. Stay in prime swing inside 1757's state-of-the-art heated golf academy. Improve your game with help from 1757's professional golf instructors and equipment fitters, and relax with your family and friends in the award-winning 1757 restaurant. Visit 1757golfclub.com for complete details. 1757 Golf Club, the D.C. area's ultimate relaxation destination.
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder Rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed.
Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
Fans this Patriot League season, watch AU Women's Basketball's Beyond the Arc with Coach Gebbia's show presented by Geico. It's weekly via AUEagles.com. You can catch special guests, get the inside scoop on the team, plus all the latest news, features, previews, and recaps on the Eagles. That's Beyond the Arc with Coach Gebbia, presented by Geico weekly aboard AUEagles.com. And Meg calling the timeout there. Loyola on, it's only a 4-0, but still a 4-0 run. And in this game, that pulls them to within 1.
A 4-0 run that had some momentum attached to it, I think, and getting it into Emily Johns for point number 8. That was exactly how they came out from the quarter break, too, trying to get it inside. So very good spacing and finishing right now by the Eagles.
Tarian moving it. Now Roberts. Just less than 7 minutes to play here in the first half from D.C. Rozzi, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moving it over, there's Douglas. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Trying the extra pass to thread the needle to Roberts, but it'll be intercepted.
And great subs right there. We got Taylor Brown back in. She helped with the double team right there. I think that right now the rhythm needed the starters back in, but Emily Johns, you got to keep her in there as well.
Doring to Johns, turnaround, didn't quite get it to go. And the rebound is there for Rossi.
They're seeing that they feel that EJ can take Roberts, and she has. That was a good shot. She just didn't make it.
That's going to be a whistle. That's going to go on Doring.
We had a good angle sitting here seeing that, and as soon as she did it, Maddie Doring just took her hands off. That's a point of emphasis every year pretty much, but especially this year. You can't turn the corner. You can have one hand. You can't use two, but as soon as they get your shoulder, the ball-handling shoulder over your shoulder, hands off, or it's going to be a foul.
And you can see Maddie there trying to explain what she was trying to do to Meg as she came off the floor.
That's good. She's, trying to stand up for herself a little bit, but, she knew it too.
Yeah. 15-12. Eagles clinging to the lead, just less than 6 to play here in the first. Rossi moving it to Roberts. 4 seconds on the shot clock. There's Tarian, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. We've seen that a number of times. Seems like the Greyhounds always are going for that extra pass, and they're not like yelling both from the bench and on the floor to really know where the shot clock is.
And they're doing a lot of east-west instead of going downhill, and that was, they were trying to get it to Tarian, but very good defense, and it was a nice block from behind, really, by Lauren Stack.
Fisher unable to stick that one. Rebound for Brown. Ivy Bales unable to get it to go. And Edwards, Jade, able to tip it back into her hands.
That's an offensive rebound. She tapped it to herself. I like that.
Quickly moving it around. Now here's Jade in the paint, out to the elbow.
This zone is active, but the 4-out, 1-in action, it allows the jump and the kick out. Yeah,
and that's going to be a shot clock violation. I don't think Ivy, I think she maybe thought it had touched the iron.
Well, the shot clock did reset, but the officials saw that it was down to 1. And you can see a little frustration, or I don't want to say resignation by by Coach Jebbia, but you know, I think she's saying, hey, take the shot when you have it right there.
Here's Tenaido.
Really strong hedges here by the Eagles.
Long range, that's up, and that's good from Rossi. 32% shooter from beyond the arc. She's taken the most shots that the Greyhounds have from a single player. 57 coming into this afternoon. She has 7 points. Bales unable to get that one to go.
Okay, definitely. Rossi has 7 points, the 4 quickly at the end of the quarter and beginning of the quarter, and she is attacking hard.
The junior from Highland, New York, all tied up at 15 apiece.
Well, she gets it on the wing. Yeah, she attacked hard on this pass play, but here's the one where she hit the 3. Now, yeah, I don't think she was calling glass on that, but what she did do well was she had a nice follow through. So sometimes, you know, when you do all the fundamentals of a shot, but maybe you're a little off, you have the other fundamentals going, you're going to have the chance to have it kiss off the glass. Okay, and Rossi hitting both of those has really sort of seized the momentum right now, and they go into their 2-2-1 back to their 3-2.
Edwards driving and scoring. So Jade able to get the bucket, draw the foul, chance at a 3-point play.
All strength right there, I'll tell you what. Love this shot. Really good way to break the pressure. Did you notice? No, never was it on the floor. That was all in the air, Dan, and that's what you want against a 2-2-1. Go around the horn, get it to your scorer. She scores but doesn't finish the 3-point play.
Which is unlike her, 86% from the free throw line coming into this afternoon. But we're all tied up, 17 apiece, just less than 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Okay, again, good half-court D right here. And Rossi said, hey, just pull it back, do a high pick and roll.
Rossi, less than 10 seconds on the shot clock, feeding Tarian across the floor. Underneath, that's going to be knocked away into Bale's hands. Quickly to Henning. Kayla will bring it back out. Stack and Edwards. Brown also out there right now for the Eagles. Bounce pass to Kayla. And she unable to get that to go. Bales racing after it. However, it'll be Tenaido to grab it for Loyola.
I thought Henning, when she first got it in the paint from Jade Edwards, she should have gone up with it right there. She had the shot right in the middle.
Tarian, now here's Rossi again.
Again, ball screens, that's the key, the defensive key for the Eagles, how to play the ball screens.
Tarian, 2 seconds on the shot clock, and another time, Roberts unable to get that one off, so a shot clock violation.
And I'm going to give that one to Taylor Brown because she tipped the ball. Tarian had to go out, get it. That took a second or two, and then when Tarian found Roberts, it was too late. So getting those deflections, on my sideline, we keep deflection charts. You just have to. Those, and we have to get 10 per half, or we run the next day. Just tell it. Well, and if we're not getting it, you're not getting your hands up. So that was well done by Taylor Brown.
Edwards dipping it down to Brown. Now Bales with it. Lots of ball movement. Taylor in a lot of green jerseys going up, but unable to get it to fall. Tenaido pushing the tempo, feeding over, and that's Douglas, the freshman, sticking the tray.
Well, and that was a kiss off the glass there too. So now I think they are getting a little bit of the luck on the board right there.
Up 3 again, the Greyhounds looking for their first conference win of the season in the midst of a 6-game losing streak. Henning, now here's Brown, Taylor, long 2 ball, no good. And that is going to be grabbed by Tenaido.
Greyhounds are really boxing out well, Dan. There's not many and second chance points right now for the Eagles.
Here's Tarian. Turnaround shot, no good, and Bales will grab it.
Like the defense right there by Lauren Stack. She knew if she did anything besides put her hands up, there's probably going to be a foul.
Henning, long range, no good. Tarian gets the rebound.
And that was not a very good shot. You said no good, and it was a no good shot. No, there was still, when you have 18 seconds left on shot clock, and you haven't had good possessions before that, work the ball a little bit more.
Dixon off the iron, no good. Bales will grab it for the Eagles.
Ivy Bales has just been really active on both offensive and defensive boards. Megan Jebby's always said they love her action on the weak side. She knows she reads the shot, knows where to go.
There's Edwards. Jade able to get it to fall.
And I think Kayla Henning knew where to go on that one too. Get the ball. You know, that possession was better. She could get the ball to our leading scorer.
All tied up, 19 apiece, 19 seconds to play. It looks like a fraction of a second between shot clock and game clock as this second quarter winds down here in D.C. Dixon, 10 seconds, looking over, finding Gleason. Now here's Tarian with Stack on her. Tarian able to make it count.
No double team on that one.
And that's going to be short, and that means the first half is over with Loyola leading by 2, 21-19.
Nice transition D, stopping the ball, but then you got to know where Tarian is. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the three before that. Sorry, I'll tell you what, they've got 2 bank shot threes from that spot, Dan.
Indeed, and right now it is a 2-point lead for Loyola on American.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds. They're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going.
Hurry!
I know.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
1757 Golf Club in Dulles, Virginia is your ultimate golf experience. Don't let the cold weather give your golf game the winter blues. Stay in prime swing inside 1757's state-of-the-art heated golf academy. Improve your game with help from 1757's professional golf instructors and equipment fitters, and relax with your family and friends in the award-winning 1757 restaurant. Visit 1757golfclub.com for complete details. 1757 Golf Club, the D.C. area's ultimate relaxation destination.
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed.
Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
Hi, my name is Carla Bresch, and I'm a junior on the American University women's basketball team. Growing up, I have an older brother, and he is almost 7 years older than me, so everything he was doing, I wanted to do it too. He was a part of the men's basketball team in our school, and I would see him play on the team. I would see him play outside with his friends. Of course, I would always tag along, and naturally, I wanted to do it too. I wouldn't be me as a person if it wasn't for basketball. My leadership skills, my people skills, me as a teammate, me as just a person to work with, all of those things come from basketball and are now translated to school, translated to my friendships and other relationships.
Carl is a magnificent human being. I think we felt that on her official visit when she came. She actually came to our game against Bucknell, which was our conference rival that year, and she sat in the stands and she got to meet everybody, and she was making friends like from day one on a visit, not even like day one at the university. It was just an easy adjustment. She's so mature, and I think that's probably because she's a little bit older than the average freshman, and she's had different experiences. She's coming from living in different countries, playing with literally grown women, right, on her basketball teams overseas in Sweden.
So I was born and raised in Zagreb, Croatia, which is the capital. And as a kid, before I started playing basketball, I would always talk to my parents and just be like, we're never traveling anywhere. They had to work a lot. So our travels were, you know, to my grandma's house and back and to the seaside every now and then. And then as I started playing basketball, I just started traveling all over the place for tournaments and games. And then when I just about to turn 15, my parents decided that we would move to Sweden. It was just the best decision for our family. And one of the parts of the decision was also where exactly in Sweden we would move, because they didn't want to take basketball away from me. They knew that I would still want to keep playing because I was getting pretty serious with it at that time. I was already playing for the national team in Croatia. It was a shock at first. Everything is different, you know, even though it's Europe and it's still, you know, kids there are still kids, just how my friends were at the time. But you are now a person who came from somewhere else. So you're new to them and they're all new to you. Luckily, I was speaking English. I started learning English when I was 6, so that wasn't a problem as much. But then through English, I had to learn Swedish. And that took a little bit of time, and it was a lot of ups and downs in your confidence, of course, because should I be doing this? Am I good at this? Am I ever gonna pick up on this language? But I was lucky to have a whole lot of great teachers. Most of them I still keep in contact with, and they follow my basketball journey. Initially, when I first moved to Sweden, I kind of paused my education in order to learn Swedish. So I was still going to school every day, but it was mostly centered on language. And so then after 2 years of that, I kind of picked up where I left off at home with high school. And yeah, over the 3 years of going to high school in Sweden, I was finally valedictorian my senior year. And I mean, it was huge for me, it was huge for my family. They were all very, very proud of me. I kind of knew it was coming because obviously you know that you're doing good, but you never quite know that you're leaving such an impact on other classmates and even professors at the school.
It's like she knew from day one what she wanted, and she has gone after it each and every day academically. And then I just think personally her growth with just her teammates, getting to know them, spending more time with them, realizing how much it means to them that they have her around a little bit more.
You and me, partner, we meet center of town, high noon.
Hold on. Nope. Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
Okay. High 2 o'clock?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
I'm getting thrown through a saloon window at 3.
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
I can squeeze you in between swim class and Kevin's harp recital at 3:30.
Thought we was eating beans at 3:30.
Right.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Tell you what about Tuesday?
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFed. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, you know? So I just joined.
But you know, you don't have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right?
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
Eagles fans and alumni stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, and contributing within their communities. The League's mission is to promote leadership while encouraging and celebrating our student athletes for standing against racism and using their voices for positive social change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Hi, I'm Maria Tribalpeace with your top 3 plays. Last week history was made, and we're going to make history here today with our first ever highlight from an alumni. First, we have this putback dunk from Jamero Wilson.
A true 2-guard, but he's been able to facilitate, as you see, Jamero Wilson with the follow flush.
They need more from the Wilsons, and that's a big-time offensive rebound. 5th-year senior, 6'7", 200 pounds. Love his aggressiveness. He's played a lot of minutes here. They need to get him more touches.
Landing at number 2 this week is American's Emily Fisher.
Look at Fisher! Going reverse. A 9-0 American run, and we've got a ball game in Lewisburg. How about the start to this 4th quarter for American?
And at number 1, American graduate Kiera D'Amato set the new U.S. record for the women's marathon with her time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 12 seconds at the Houston Marathon on Sunday. The 37-year-old mother of 2 shattered the previous U.S. record set in 2006, beating the time by a full 30 seconds.
It's been 16 years that one of the greatest runners in the world set the American record, 2:19:36, and she just beat her by 15 seconds.
Her kids right there.
You can catch live action from around the Patriot League on ESPN+, and be sure to join in the conversation using the hashtag PLTop3 on Twitter. We'll see you back here next week.
$1757 Golf Club in Dulles, Virginia is your ultimate golf experience. Don't let the cold weather give your golf game the winter blues. Stay in prime swing inside 1757's state-of-the-art heated golf academy. Improve your game with help from 1757's professional golf instructors and equipment fitters, and relax with your family and friends in the award-winning 1757 restaurant. Visit 1757golfclub.com for complete details. 1757 Golf Club, the D.C. area's ultimate relaxation destination.
American University basketball travels with DC Trails, the official charter bus company of the Eagles. DC Trails offers an assortment of tour, travel, and sightseeing opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region. Local or long distance, let DC Trails customize your group's transportation. Enjoy their state-of-the-art vehicles and great customer service. For all of your group transportation needs, contact DC Trails. Visit them online now at dctrails.com or call 202-339-0333.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
Welcome back inside Bender Arena. Nice crowd here in Washington, D.C. for this Patriot League matchup between the American University Eagles and Loyola Maryland Greyhounds. Tight game here at the half, just a 2-point contest, and edge to Loyola.
They have the momentum right now, and I mean, there's been so much action, not many points scored, but really good defense. I mean, I'm excited. I'm more of a defensive coach anyway, and I just love the transition D. They're stopping the ball. Taylor Brown's got to get going. I think that one thing is the Loyola knows that she's a key for them inside.
And you mentioned Taylor. Let's jump into our stats, which are presented by 1757 Golf Club, the official golf destination of AU Athletics. And Taylor is 0 for 6 from the field, and there you take a look at the team stats.
And the other one that jumps out is the rebounding. 2015, American has been out rebounded during the year, but hey, you're home here. You got to get some more offensive rebounds. There's 3 offensive rebounds. You need some putbacks. And turnovers, excellent for American. I know that for the Eagles, that's been a sticking point for a while, but 32% from the field. That's not strong enough, and not what it's not good shooting, and they haven't gotten to the line yet, Dan. You're at home. You got to get to the line. You got to make those. I'm sorry, they did get to the line one time, and it was a missed foul shot.
So those are brought to you by the 1757 Golf Club, and let's take a look at our halftime highlights presented by Under Armour, the official outfitter of AU Eagles Athletics.
The consummate point guard right there, Emily Fisher, senior to senior, finishing off Jade Edwards, leading scorer for the Eagles. Again, this is a great wraparound pass, one-handed wraparound pass from Emily Fisher to EJ for that textbook up and under move. And now another look by Taylor Brown. The high-low right there, that was senior to sophomore. Well done by EJ. Now, to the Greyhounds. They've been opportunistic, and right here, that's their leading scorer, Lex Taryn. And Tarian, and you can see that they are looking to try to get the ball to her, but Rossi has really stepped up as coming in off the bench there and then making that, and no double team on Lex Tarian on that last shot of the first half.
Halftime highlights presented by Under Armour. Be sure to browse and shop online via AU Campus Store for the newest officially licensed Under Armour American University basketball apparel. Shop online anytime at shopamericanu.com. Yeah, you take a look, and you mentioned Bree Rossi. She has a game-high 9 points so far, coming in averaging 8. And you look at the Eagles, led right now by Emily Johns with 8 points, which is double her season per game average coming into this game. So a couple of players that weren't our players to watch, but that have stepped up and been big pieces to their team in that first half.
Well, and EJ did that in 6 minutes and 48 seconds, so she scored very quickly. The defense right now is going to be the key, and I think you see in Taylor Brown doing a nice job on Lex Tarian right there when she's in the post.
See how the urgency comes out for both of these teams. Tenaido, 9 seconds on the shot clock. There's Rossi. She'll feed over, corner from Dixon, no good, loose ball, and grabbing it there is Tenaido.
It was a weak box out, not holding a box out by Maddie Doring, but then Maddie Doring comes back with the steal, so good recovery.
Maddie Doring had limited minutes in the first. Here she's open. She'll put up a long-range shot, rattles around, and no good. Doring played just 9 minutes, 50 seconds in that first half, but was playing with a couple of fouls.
And that shot she just missed is one that I think you're going to see her take again, and I think she's going to hit it. She's got to hit it. That's the outside against a zone. Those are the types of shots you have to hit.
There's the stop and pop, and that's just off for Tenaido.
And one and done. Good rebound there by Jade Edwards.
Quickly over, here's Doring. She's open again, puts up the three, sticks the three. Doring with her second made tray of the game. Eagles back up.
Really thought I was going to jinx her there when I said she's going to go down and take another one, but that's what they're playing, a zone. When your zone shooters have to step up.
Maddie, 35% this season from beyond the arc.
She's leading the team with 3-pointers. Now she had 13 coming in. She's got 15 now.
Eagles as a team don't take a ton of 3-pointers, but when she does pretty well.
Better defense right there on Bree Rossi. She was not able to get a good look.
There's a call. It's going to be on Talia Dixon. So that is her first. And the team's first as Fisher will look to get it in and does so to Edwards.
Nice high pick and roll right here from Lauren Stack.
Trying to find Stack, but it'll be picked off there by Tenaido.
I think Stack was wanting Jade Edwards to take that. Either take the jumper or drive in because she really didn't have a good angle.
Just less than 8 minutes to play here in the third. Eagles up 1. Dixon driving, hoisting, not scoring. Here's Rossi storming in, gets it to rattle home. Rossi mentioned the 9 points. All 9 of her points prior to that basket were in the second.
She brought energy too, not just scoring, and now she's doing it again here in the second half. That was a nice high pick, almost a turnover by the Eagles. Good recovery.
There's Doring from the corner. 3-point attempt, no good, and the rebound there for Tenaido. Loyola up 1. Looking to add to it. Tenaido with Doring shadowing her. Now here's Dixon.
They keep looking inside, which they should, to Tarian, but the Eagles are doing a nice job. And when Tarian doesn't get it, they're doing a nice cross-screen action, post to post. She doesn't get it. She then pops out and then dives again. So really like what they're doing offensively, but the Eagles are doing a nice job defending it.
Travel there by Roberts gives the ball back to the Eagles. Here's Stack, back out to Fisher. The throw a little low.
I'm surprised Stack didn't just take that. I thought she had Roberts pinned.
There's Doring, ball movement, less than 10 seconds.
And now they're going to get it. So, you know, again, that's Jade Edwards, Dan, getting it back and then pushing it right back to where it should have gone. And I think that was a message to Lauren Stack, like, hey, take that shot. She had Roberts sealed so deep into the paint. She could have had a nice little bunny on that.
Roberts checks out with a pair of fouls. Trying to thread the needle there, Doring was, but unable to do so. Behind the back from Rossi. Bringing it up the floor with Loyola up 1. Looking to snap a 6-game losing streak. Shot there is up and no good. Actually, overall, Loyola's lost 8, losing their last 2 non-conference in their first 6 conference games. Fisher unable to get it to fall, but does draw some contact. Fans want to remind you the official credit union for the Patriot League, PenFed's got great rates for those in uniform and those who are not. Apply today at penfed.org, penfed.org to receive any advertised product. You must become a member of PenFed. Insured by NCUA, PenFed is the official credit union of the Patriot League.
Now, Emily Fisher, only 1 shot in the first half, 2 assists, which is great. She is a pass-first point guard. Her taking it on that play, that was such a great play. She turned, went hard to her left. She needs to create things like that, which will make the defense play her a little bit tighter out front and will create other things.
Tarian, turnaround shot, drains it. Tarian scored in each of the quarters so far. The 6'1" freshman from Marlton, New Jersey, just over the bridge from Philadelphia. Fisher. Now here's Edwards. Little back and forth affair going on here in the third.
And it's good defense, really, by both teams, and that's the look right there. That's what Emily Fisher, we had a great angle from where we were sitting and great angle on the shot right there by our camera. But that's where they can get things against this 3-2 defense.
Tarian back out to Rossi. Now Tarian driving, unable to get that one to go.
Not sure that Taylor Brown should have gone for that steal. I think that's Tarian, Lex Harrington showing she's opportunistic.
So Tarian now in double figures in scoring. Got off to a slow start, had only the 2 points in the first quarter, but now has 10.
And she's only averaging 11.1, but she's also averaging 10.5 rebounds.
Right.
She's got that double-double going.
Long range shot there from Edwards. Jade unable to connect on it. Not the strength of her game, only an 11% shooter from beyond the arc this season.
And it's tough against a zone to drive like Jade likes to as much, because so to set it up though and maybe taking a couple jumpers like that, I think it's a good idea.
Dixon had it knocked away. Fisher pushing the pace. Here's Brown. Taylor off the glass and in. So Taylor Brown, here in a matter of a couple possessions, has netted a couple buckets.
And they need that. The Eagles need that. She was, held scoreless in the first half.
There's going to be a whistle as Edwards went up for it. Looks like that's going to be called on Fisher. So Fish will be called for that. That'll be her second foul of the game.
And again, Emily Fisher, the consummate point guard, couple dribbles, get it up ahead, one dribble, and the finish.
And the Eagles with a 1-point lead on the Greyhounds in the third in D.C.
On my travels across the country, I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com.
Eagles fans and alumni stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFed. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, So I just joined.
But you don't have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right?
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
Today's broadcast of AU Basketball is brought to you by Team AU partners DC Trails Charter Bus Transportation Services, by Geico Insurance. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance, as well as by your 3 DMV area family-owned Gregorio's Trattoria locations. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com to view their complete menu of home-style Italian specialties and pizzas for lunch or dinner 7 days a week. Also want to remind you, TIAA is the official retirement planning partner of the Patriot League. For more info, visit TIAA.org. That's TIAA.org. So a little back and forth here in the third. AU clinging to a 1-point lead, 28-27 over Loyola. 4:13 left to play here in the third.
And though this is not the score, but the score of the rebounding is 25-18 Greyhounds. And as that, it was 5 at halftime, now it's up to 7. I think if that continues to expand, that's going to hurt the Eagles. The rebounding, especially when you're at home, you got to get a couple more offensive rebounds, got to be one and done at the other end.
Tenaido now a perfect 5 for 5, make it 6 for 6 from the free throw line. The sophomore from Laurel, Maryland. That's on the season, 6 for 6 here tonight or this afternoon, 2 for 2, but that gives Loyola the lead back by 1.
And I was about to say, I wonder if EJ is going to come in, and she came in during that break. She's won. She didn't get touches. She didn't get touches on that possession, but there was a good shot by Jade Edwards. But I think we're going to see Emily Johns, who had 8 points in 6 minutes and 48 seconds in the first half. I think you're going to see some touches.
Brown, Fisher, Johns, Edwards, and DeRubo out there right now for the Eagles. Edwards working with it, now firing over to Fisher. 5 seconds on the shot clock. DeRubo launches, can't get it to fall. Edwards rebound, turnaround, creates a little space, and is able to draw some contact.
And that was so smart. That was, first of all, a good offensive rebound. You know, talking, they need the rebounds. And that who was on her? Rozzy was on her, you know, and when she, you know, you got to post. You got to post on a guard. You got to take that.
Jade unable to get that one to fall. Want to remind you to give in support of AU women's basketball. You can do your part to support the accomplishments and successes of AU student athletes in the classroom and on the court by joining the Eagles Club. Doing so makes an immediate difference in the lives of more than 260 student athletes. Eagles Club members take great pride in supporting the teams in their quest for success. Visit aueagles.com for ways to get involved. Jade getting involved from the free throw line, just 1 of 3 from the charity stripe for her.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 86%, you know, and you said that, though, after one of the shots, so well, you didn't jinx her,
right,
because you did it after that. But, yeah, she needs to, especially, again, at home, you got to finish those.
There's a quick shot up and good from Gleason. Gleason made her season debut last game. Is dealing with an injury. Came back, played a few minutes, made a couple free throws, got a rebound. She's really battled injuries throughout her college career. She's a junior forward, Gleason is. From New York, went to Long Island Lutheran.
And that's the look, and that's the pass. Jade Edwards knows that one from Emily Fisher to Jade Edwards to Emily Johns.
So Tenaido charged with her first foul, and that'll send Johns to the free throw line. Fans want to remind you to stay connected with the Patriot League, its member schools and student athletes through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and TikTok. So choose your way or ways, but no reason not to know everything that is going on in the PL.
I like the conversation. Don't know what was being said with Megan Jebbia and Emily Fisher, but you love those foul shot timeouts, you know, that coaches get with their point guards. So I'm sure it was talking about trying to work the ball, look it inside, try to get some touches to Emily Johns and to Jade Edwards.
2.5 to play here in the third, all knotted up at 31 apiece. Douglas, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now here's Terrian firing over again. Rossi back to Terrian, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Can't get it to go, gets the rebound, put back off the mark, gets the rebound again. Now feeds over to her teammate, that's Tenaido, back out.
That's tough, that's tough. And Daniela Bandian, you can see the Loyola coach, she's not happy. She wanted they needed to finish one of those.
So that's gonna be
offensive.
An offensive call there, a push. And that's gonna be on Tenaido.
That was a great, even though there were 2 offensive rebounds on that segment, that was a fabulous segment for the Eagles because there were no points. And, you know, those were 3 decent shots by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, the quote-unquote high percentage shots that people love to talk about that aren't out there playing. Here's Fisher, DeRubo. She's going to put up a 3-ball and make a 3-ball. DeRubo with her first points of the game.
It looked like she hesitated, Dan, but what she was doing, I loved it. That's the, you know, I always talk about how her mom's a coach and, you know, for 18 years at Washington and Jefferson College in Pennsylvania, she set her feet. She knew that she had to get her feet set, get the base set before she took the shot.
Here's Terrian in the paint, has it knocked away. Jade down to the floor. Ball's going to be tied up, and it should be Eagles possession.
I thought Jade was trying to get a timeout there, but let's see here. You can see nice, see how she took that? It looked like it wasn't she's just making sure, hey, I got to get my feet set. No one's on me, and I'm a 3-point shooter. I'm going to take this.
And it works as the Eagles have the 3-point advantage over the Greyhounds. Timeout on the floor. We grab it as well. Back in a flash on the Patriot League on ESPN.
On my travels across the country, I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com.
Eagles fans and alumni, stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder Rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed? You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFin. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, you know? So I just joined.
But you know, you don't have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right?
Huh.
Yeah. How about that?
save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
Welcome back here inside Bender Arena. There in the middle of your screen, standing next to head coach Danielle O'Banion, is Lisa Strack, who has spent 11 years in the Patriot League and, of course, played here at American University. There's see her turning around, sitting down on the bench. Was the Patriot League Player of the Year in 2012, her senior year, and led the Eagles to a 14-0 record that year. And the Eagles, during her tenure, had 3 postseason tournament appearances, so really had her presence felt. Then went up to Army and was up there for 7 seasons. And last season was the associate head coach. Last couple seasons, actually, had that title. And in her first year now at Loyola with Coach O'Banion.
She obviously knows this environment, and coming out of that timeout, that was measured, that was patient, good spacing, and now a turnover forced by the assist on that play. And that's, again, Emily Fisher's doing a great job of managing this game. She's not scoring as much, she's managing it. She forced that turnover at the other end.
So 19 seconds separate game clock from shot clock as the third winds down. 5-point lead here for AU. Brown takes the inbounds quickly over to DeRubo. Riley now over to Brown. Fisher.
Good ball movement here, and Ivy Bales, who hit that shot.
Now Fisher, the stop, the pull up, and drains it. Hermer's first made shot from the field.
And jumping off the AU bench was Nikki Flores. We're talking about it. This is her scout. You know, she wants to get this game, you know, in the win column for a lot of reasons, and she's really happy that they're taking what they're talking about in the locker room.
And that is up, and that is good from Sharia Roberts.
I thought that was a travel myself, but, you know, I really like the way the game has been called. And EJ, the microwave, Dan. Every touch right now, she is just turning, and you see, and she's getting some high fives, low fives from teammates.
12 points for her now here this afternoon, and the Eagles have the 7-point lead, 0.9 seconds, and they're just going to go ahead, Rossi is, and say, all right, khalas, that's it. Third quarter in the books, and the Eagles are up 7, thanks in part to Emily Johns.
And this was going against 2 defenders. It didn't matter, you know, and right away, Emily Fisher, high five. Ivy Bales, high five. Well done.
Eagles up 7 on the Greyhounds. 4th coming your way, Patriot League on ESPN.
On my travels across the country, I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com.
Eagles fans and alumni, stop by any of the 3 DMV area Gregorio's locations in Bethesda, Potomac, and Reston for some home-style Italian cooking made with the freshest local ingredients, featuring delicious appetizers, soups and salads, pizzas, pasta, seafood, and steaks. Carry out, dine-in, delivery, and catering, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. At Gregorio's, eating good is a family tradition. Visit Gregorio'sTrattoria.com. Gregorio's, proud supporters of AU Athletics.
So great to get away.
And rewarding. With my PenFed Pathfinder rewards card, I earn points on all travel, not just flights.
PenFed. You don't look like a military man.
He doesn't have to be to get rewards with PenFed. Don't forget about those 50,000 bonus points.
50,000 bonus points?
Earn fast rewards with 4 times the points on all travel as an Honors Advantage member. Whether you're in uniform or not,
Upcoming home game schedule brought to you by DC Trails, the official charter bus and tour transportation company of AU Athletics. And there you take a gander at what's coming up for the Eagles at home. Eagles will be hitting the road for a trip to Holy Cross on the 26th before returning here against the Mids on the 29th. All games can be seen right here on the PLN on ESPN Plus, thanks to DC Trails for sponsoring the upcoming game schedule. Local or long distance, think DC Trails for all the charter bus needs. Visit online, dctrails.com. So here we enter the fourth with the Eagles up 7 on the Greyhounds. AU looking for back-to-back wins here in Patriot League play, coming off the big 80-point eruption against Army. Obviously not scoring nearly as much in this one, but angling toward a W and with a 7-point cushion here entering the fourth.
Jade Edwards is getting a breather right now. Lauren Stack back in, Ivy Bales. It's a young lineup right now, different lineup in here for the Eagles.
Rossi stops, puts it up, no good. It'll be out, and it'll stay with Loyola.
I went off of Ivy Bales. Tell you what, she got up high for that, but wasn't able to get the other hand there. And it did hit the rim. There was 3 seconds on the shot clock, but it did hit the rim, so they reset it.
Rossi getting in there to Dixon. Dixon has yet to score in the game. Another whistle.
Well, it's interesting. Tarian is also getting a break too, and it'll be interesting when one goes in. When Tarian goes in, Jade goes in, and then, or if Jade goes in, then Tarian goes in. It'll be interesting to see how much break both coaches are going to give their leading scorers.
Tenaido, 7 for 7 this season in free throw shooting.
It's a nice looking lefty stroke there, and she really looks comfortable at the line. Okay, it was a 2-to-1 press. Now it's gone back. It's more of a player-to-player full court pressure. Back to player-to-player here. First time.
Johns puts up the long-range shot, can't get it to go, and that's one of the things the Eagles haven't seen a lot of, and that is switching defenses. Saw that against Army. Obviously, things went pretty well against Army West Point, but still something that concerned Coach Jebbia entering play today, because prior to that Army game, hadn't seen the changing defenses, and she was concerned with how the quick adjustments were going to go.
And 40-33, they're down 7. Coach O'Banion's thinking, okay, we got to do something different. They're figuring out, they're getting a rhythm against our zone, the 2-2-1 back to the 3-2. She's staying with the player-to-player here.
DeRubo, now here's Johns. Bales with Dixon on her, has it stolen away. Dixon taking it the other way. She'll lay it off the glass and in. So Dixon, coming off a 16-point performance, gets her first bucket of the game here in the fourth, pulling the Greyhounds to within 3.
And Taylor Brown and Jade Edwards got up off the bench right then.
Shot there, no good from DeRubo. Dixon moving the ball ahead to Gleason. So a tied-up ball there.
And it's the Eagles' ball. That was really cagey play by Emily Fisher to step in. I think she knew. We're going to see great steal right here by Talia Dixon. That was 4 dribbles after that steal. She took it down. That's what you call a speed dribble. She was able to finish.
That's who Coach Jebbia said really is kind of the toughest to go up against, to defend, is Dixon because of her speed, her quickness.
Well, and now that she has a player-to-player, has one player to guard, and she's all over Riley DeRubo, she was reading her pretty well and was able to make that steal. It's not a zone anymore, so she's trying to take advantage of what she thinks she's stronger in.
Edwards over to DeRubo. Johns. Pass a little high there to Jade, so it'll be Greyhounds ball.
Good idea, just not good execution.
You mentioned for the Eagles, 16 made buckets, 14 assists.
Moving the ball, but that was against that zone. There's a different feel right now against the player-to-player right here defense that the Greyhounds have gone to. And offensively, they're moving the ball very well.
Edwards getting tied up there with, I think it was Dixon, as both of them tumbled down to the floor.
I think that's a good no call over there. It's, you know, those are those 50-50s, and both players are just going hard after it.
Yeah.
7 seconds on the shot clock now. See if the Eagles can keep it up.
Here's Roberts taking it. Rossi moving it over. Dixon, the stop and pop, no good. Off the fingertips and into the hands of DeRubo. Initially tipped there by Fisher.
Okay, now back to the zone. So they're doing the miss and make, as you had said, talked about the switching defenses. And Riley DeRubo, she was 1 for 4 prior to that. Now she's 2 for 5. They're all from the 3. And when she hit that first one, and that the Greyhounds had to call a timeout, see, they didn't call a timeout this time, but that's what she's strong, and she knows how to hit the 3.
Gives the Eagles a 6-point cushion. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shot up there, no good. Brown getting the rebound and tearing all over her, but able to get it to Fisher, quickly pushing ahead. Edwards, Jade goes up, draws the contact as she tumbles down to the floor.
Love it. Love that play right there. And I thought Fish could have gotten it to, we'll watch the replay here, taking it in hard by Jade Edwards. She used her body well. But the decision by Emily Fisher was to get the ball to the leading scorer, and it worked.
That was Rossi's 3rd, so she, I think she thought she was going to check out as well. It was Dixon that decided to take the seat. Want to remind you to watch AU Women's Basketball's Beyond the Arc with Coach Jebbia. It's presented by Geico. It's weekly, and you can catch it on AUEagles.com. See guests, get the inside scoop. Latest news, features, previews, recaps. Beyond the Arc with Coach Jebbia, presented by Geico on AUEagles.com.
Missed both, and that's tough. That's 1 for 5 right now from the line for Jade Edwards. She's not happy with herself.
There's Rossi. Now that's going to be Tenaido. Feeding over Roberts. John's trying to get a hand in there, but Roberts able to get it over to Tenaido. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Roberts, Tarian, off the glass and in. Are they going to count it or no?
I don't think she got it out of her hands. I think they're going to look at this now. This is a timeout type of play, but let's see right here. If we can get the shot clock at the other end. Let's see. We're watching it. Oh, it's hard. Riley DeRubo's moved in front of that clock at the other end. I thought it was still
like
in her hand, Dan.
Fraction, yeah. So we're going to take a break. They're doing it on the floor. We'll be back in a second.
So I said, serve my country and give my life structure. Win-win. What about you?
Well, I just wanted a great rate on an auto loan from PenFed. I can save thousands over the life of the loan, you know? So I just joined.
But you know, you have to be in or have served in the military to get a great rate from PenFed, right? Huh. Yeah. How about that?
Save big on your auto loan. PenFed has great rates for those in uniform and those who are not.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, and contributing within their communities. The league's mission is to promote leadership while encouraging and celebrating our student athletes for standing against racism and using their voices for positive social change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
All right, we're back here inside at Bennett Arena, and the officials took a look at the cameras from the top of the ceiling, and now want to take a look at the cameras that we have, the angles that the broadcast has. So they're trying to take a look at it here, and they want to see if it can be slowed down frame by frame, so they can see right there, and if they can go ahead frame by frame to see whether or not Tarian was able to make that. So right when it's in her hand. So they're going ahead frame by frame. Okay, so they're discussing. So they're gonna they stepped away from the
they don't want to tell us
the broadcast, and they're over trying to explain what is going. And they're now going to go over and talk to the third official. He said he saw what he needed to see. Both coaches are kind of looking our way, wondering
well, they're getting a timeout out of it, so
yeah.
I mean, in that way, they're taking advantage of it. And now, here we go.
And so they're going to bring in
and the winner
both
is
coaches. They're going to bring in Coach Jebbia, Coach O'Banion. Jebbia on the left, Loyola's first-year coach O'Banion on the right, and the explanation being given out. And so now they're telling the scores table. And so they're going to say...
Still don't know, but, well, 43-37.
Yeah, it was taken off here, so it looks like...
Disallowing the goal.
So they're disallowing the field goal. So Tarian did not get it off in time. And here we'll get another chance to look at it here in real time. Tarian to the right of your screen, number 45, didn't quite get it out of her hand. One of those fraction of a second things, but able to see it, you know, frame by frame. And when you take a look at the fact that from the broadcast perspective, sometimes we're able to get the clock in there. The cameras that they were initially looking at when we went to break were cameras from the ceiling, which they put in, it was either prior to last year, maybe the year before, and teams have access to them all across the league, and you can watch games, but you're getting that perspective from up top, which from a coaching and scouting perspective can be, you know, a nice perspective, but sometimes for what they're looking at here isn't necessarily the, you know, the best perspective.
And it's great. I mean, first of all, you know, great job camera. Our cameras did a great job because that helped the game. And that was done really pretty quickly. You know we've seen some games that it's been a long stretch. You almost need to get the teams warmed up again after that. But well done, and I think there's, with the technology that we have, it was used very well there.
Yeah, I think they realized when they went over and looked at initially at the angle that they had from the ceiling that wasn't going to let them know from the clock perspective whether or not she got it off, and then said, well, all right, does the broadcast maybe have it? And then came over to us, figured that they did, and we were able to do it frame by frame thanks to our control room for getting that done, the production crew that we have here at AU.
And coming out of that timeout, that the Greyhounds have stayed with the player-to-player, even though it's a 6-point, and it was 7, now it's a 6-point lead.
DeRubo there with an air ball, and Rossi will bring it back up the floor.
And you know they're going to try to get touches into Tarian. They're looking. Taylor Brown knows it, though, too. Okay, now they've popped Tarian out. And how to play ball screens was a key from the AU staff to us before the game. And right there was a hand, a push by Emily Fisher.
Well, that was by Henning.
Or, I'm sorry, by Kayla Henning, and
so
then
Henning
Fisher
called for her first, team second, and that'll bring Fisher back onto the floor as Kayla will check out for AU. Passing away, and now trying to thread the needle, knocked away, and there Edwards, quick hands, trying to get it to Fisher, who was able to get it, now get it to Brown, who's able to make the bucket.
Wow.
Lots of quick movement. How about the chemistry there?
That was fabulous. And Jade Edwards was just, she was parallel to the ground,
Right.
and tipped it to who she should have, and that was Emily Fisher. So, again, great play.
45-37 is the lead right now for the Eagles as Tarian goes up. Can't get it to fall, but does draw the foul. Drive of the game presented by Geico. Geico is saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Jade Edwards started it, tipped it to Emily Fisher, and Taylor Brown finished it.
Thanks again to Geico for bringing us today's drive of the game. Geico saving people money on more than just car insurance. Lex Tarian is at the free throw line, one of 3 sisters to play here at Loyola of Maryland. Lex Tarian's the freshman, Ava Tarian is the junior. And then last year, Izzy Tarian graduated. She had the double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds the last time these teams met.
And Lex Tarian had verbaled and signed with Boston University. And then when Marissa Mosley left to go to the University of Wisconsin, she was released from her commitment to Boston University, and she said, you know what, I think I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna play with my sister. And Coach Danielle Banyan was thrilled, really, that she took the job in April and all this happened in June. So, she was happy to get that, have that decision by Lex Tarian.
And Coach O'Banion talking about Lisa Strack, the former Eagles player, now coach on the Greyhound staff, and how much she has meant to the quick maturation of Tarian. Now the pass there to Gleason, who's able to make it count. 5-point edge here for the Eagles, just north of 4 minutes to play here in D.C.
That was a good possession, a good low to high pass by Tarian to create that basket. Again, staying with the player-to-player defense right here, and it's paying dividends right now.
Rossi
for the Greyhounds.
Her first points here in the fourth. She's got 13.
That changing of the defense, they went one time back to the zone, Dan, and now they've said, you know what, we're going to have a coverage, and they've gotten 2 turnovers right in a row.
And that's going to be a travel call there. Taylor going over to make sure that Rossi's okay. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, which is presented by PenFed.
Okay, you can see that they're staying with it right now, Dan, and I think you're going to see a deliberate, more intentional offensive set here.
Johns firing to Brown. Taylor going up and netting it.
Great high-low, little unusual high-low, and it worked. But again, EJ, Emily Johns coming off the bench and has done just a great job both scoring and assisting.
That's going to be an offensive call there.
And we haven't seen many of them today. That has not been, especially when it's a key for how to play the ball screens, that I thought we would have seen maybe more of that type of thing, and it hasn't happened. Both teams really adjusting well to the screens.
Taylor Brown playing with 8 points. She's had 12 consecutive games in double-digit scoring. 3 minutes to play. Taylor moving it over to Edwards. Jade trying to find Emily Johns. And there's going to be another whistle. So that's going to be on Lex Tarian. And for that, that's her second and the team's third.
So it's under 3 minutes and neither team is in the bonus.
Edwards driving the paint, losing a handle on it, grabbing it back. Loose ball, Riley DeRubo, and they're going to call the travel. It's going the other way for the Greyhounds.
Wow. I really like what Jade Edwards did there, Dan. I mean, she attacked twice. Quick hands by the Greyhounds, though, to get a piece.
Another tight game for the Greyhounds here down the stretch.
Again, playing that ball screen, nice hedge. And now Taylor Brown sloughing in the paint to see if she can help with Tarian.
Tenaido moving it out. Driving in, that's going to be knocked away. That's going to stay with Loyola, but there should be just 3 seconds on the shot clock. And it looks like Danielle O'Banion is going to call a timeout. Fans, want to remind you, Saturday, February 26th is the return of the Stafford H. Pop Cassell Hall of Fame celebration. Class of 2022 is made up of 3 Eagles standouts: 2-time field hockey All-American Christine Fingerhuth, 2-time Patriot League Male Swimmer of the Year Mark Lisinski, and 2-time Patriot League Female Swimmer of the Year Megan Teal. The trio will be inducted on February 26th with the on-campus celebration, including a halftime ceremony during the men's basketball game, followed at 2 p.m., then followed at 4:30 p.m. by the reception and induction ceremony. Induction cocktail reception and dinner tickets priced at just $90 and are available right now for purchase. You can grab it, as well as all the details on the entire day at aueagles.com/eaglesclub, aueagles.com/eaglesclub. I know the food at those things is always delicious. It's always top-notch. They go the extra mile, bring out the feastings. I'm sure they'll be doing that again this year. 5-point lead for the Eagles. 2:22 to play here in this one. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and Coach O'Banion wanted to make sure that her team knew exactly what she wants to see here.
And I'd say option 1, Lex Tarian. Okay, I mean she's getting her hands on a lot, and I think she came out of the huddle first, trying to get her spot there. Rossi's bringing the ball in. It also, a lot of times the inbounder, they forget about the inbounder, but she's not going to have time. There it is, Tarian.
Tarian, turnaround, no good, but there is going to be a whistle as Tarian went up. She'll get a chance to go to the free throw line. That's going to be called on Taylor Brown. That is her first of the game.
That was tough. She felt like she had her arms straight up, but she was leaning into her a little bit. But, you know, the double teaming that what I thought was well done on that play was Rossi, when she stepped in after inbounding it, Dan, she just took off. She went up high, so the defense did not stay to help, and that was Emily Fisher did not stay to help and double team that. Okay, tough turnover right there from Riley DeRubo.
Tipped there by Edwards, tipped again by Taylor. She'll corral it, and the Eagles will grab the basketball as Taylor creates just a little space. Here's Brown, now DeRubo. Stack.
Okay, good, nice spacing right now. Good idea. I like the 4-out, 1-in right there, but Riley DeRubo's angle wasn't very good. It wasn't for an entry like that. Only 7 seconds left on the shot clock.
That's Fisher. Looks to get it in, does so to Brown. Back out to Fisher. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fisher driving, stopping, shooting, and scoring.
That's what you want your seniors to do at home. Clock winding down.
Fish now with 6 points. Eagles lead back up to 5. Here's Tenaido feeding off Douglas. Brown tried to swat it away, but Tenaido able to stick with it. Rossi, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rossi trying to get it underneath. Tarian able to get it to go.
Tell you what, Rossi really does a nice job. She doesn't lose her head. She has patience. She gets the ball to Tarian.
Calm, cool, and collected. That's the way Rossi seems as that shot clock winds down. We've seen a couple shot clock violations in this game by the Greyhounds, but there it worked out for them as Fisher is able to get it to Brown. Taylor goes up, doesn't have the tender touch, and right there as Stack went back up, there's going to be a whistle.
Wow, what a heady play by Lauren Stack. They're sloughing off of her, Dan. They're not playing her out on the wing. She was out high when Taylor Brown got the ball low, and she crashed hard.
Ava Tarian is who that was called on. Lex Tarian's sister, just a couple years younger. So Lauren Stack is at the free throw line, had a couple points in the first.
Well, if she makes this one, not jinxing her, then it's a 2-possession game. Right now it's still a 1-possession game.
And she is able to get that one, the junior, with 3 points. So a timeout, and that gives us a chance to remind you to stand united against racism, violence, discrimination, and inequality. As a community that prides itself on the core values of integrity, respect, accountability, and excellence, AU Athletics reminds all staff, coaches, student athletes, and fans the obligation to care for everyone in the community is stronger than ever. Stand united to end all hatred and inequality and inspire others to do the same. Learn more about the pledge and the actions of the student athletes via AUEagles.com. There you see Carla Fresh in the middle of the circle, and you see Sadie Stetson just off to the right.
And Nikki Flores right in the middle of that, right near Megan Jebbia, since it's her scout. She jumped into the huddle during your read right there, Dan. She jumps in the huddle with the energy that we know Nikki has. And at that point, too, Emily Fisher was talking. So you got the 2-point guards. Those are the point guard minds right there. And then taking it at the end there, the head coach, Megan Jebbia. So they know what they've got to do. You know it's going to be a Rossi Tyrion to start with, but then how to rotate. And that tapping the ball and that steal was done by great hands and getting deflections. Defense right now and hands up are going to be key for the Eagles.
And now there's going to be out of bounds, so it'll be Eagles basketball. And that's going to prompt an Eagles timeout. Here a 4-point lead for AU, 33.6 to roll with.
That you're going to see a lot of trapping right now. I think you're going to see the ball coming in. They're going to, they're not going to be able to walk the ball up. I think they're going to see, and also they might try to foul, but it's a 2-possession game. So you're going to see some forcing out the ball, getting away from. You don't want Jade Edwards to have the ball. That's what AU wants that, but the Greyhounds do not. But I think you're going to see an active defense that I really think got the Greyhounds back in this game. I mean, they're full court pressure, player to player, and I'm sorry, gosh, that's right, the ball goes to half court now on the timeout. So I'm saying all that, and it doesn't even matter. So that's they just have to get inbound, spread it, and attack.
So 50-46 is where it stands. Eagles with the edge, 33.6 to play here in this one, as Fisher will get it in front of the scores table there in the middle of your screen. Looking for a white jersey and finding Taylor Brown, who's quickly going to be fouled.
And now that is the last foul. So now it is 5, and Taylor Brown is going to be on the line. So I think the Eagles weren't quite sure of that, and Taylor Brown, I think, with being 1 for 5, I think that it was Jade Edwards maybe it's better maybe she wasn't on the line right then. I think Taylor Brown jinxed her right there. But I think she hits one here. There's still a 2-possession game. Miss or make this one.
Taylor, the senior from Lakeville, Minnesota, able to hit that one. So she now has 9 points. Eagles up 51-46, 30 seconds to roll with, as Rossi brings the ball up the floor, being shadowed by Fisher. Emily tight on her, and there's going to be a timeout there called by Coach O'Banion in her first season. Coached collegiately at Minnesota, as well as was a head coach at Kent State, also at Harvard. And actually, O'Banion was an assistant at Minnesota when Minnesota came here to AU a couple years ago. Obviously not this season when AU went to Minnesota, but when Minnesota came here a couple years ago, she was an assistant. So she's familiar with what Coach Jebbia and the Eagles do try to do. There's the upcoming home game schedule, which is presented by DC Trails, Charter Bus, and Tour Transportation Company, the official one of AU Athletics. You can check out AUEagles.com for all the scheduling information against, there's a February 22nd and 23rd against Lehigh. Back-to-back games against Lehigh here in D.C. because of a postponement earlier this year. So for all the latest, just check out aueagles.com. That's how you can find the entire up-to-the-second schedule. About a second and a half separate game clock from shot clock as we wind down here in D.C. Tarian goes up, able to get the basket, and draws the foul. So Lex Tarian gets that one. As you see, Rossi was stacked tight on her. Able to find Tarian, who has 17 points so far here this afternoon, make it 18. Coming in, averaging 11 and coming off a 6-point game. So points-wise, really making her presence felt here this afternoon, and it's down to a 2-point lead for the Eagles. 51-49 with 13.4 seconds to play with. And there you see Coach O'Banion. Played at Boston College, graduated there in 2001, and went to high school in Alexandria at Episcopal. So about, well, depending on traffic, 20 or 30 minutes out there to the Alexandria area. There you see the Eagles huddle. AU looking for back-to-back wins in Patriot League play for the first time. Coming off the victory against Army West Point, 80-65. The Eagles trying to hang on here and grab the dub over the Greyhounds, who, again, have shown a ton of stick-to-itiveness in this game. The Eagles have had a lead by as many as 7, but the Greyhounds have been right there most of the game. Here's Edwards, and she is going to be fouled by Tenaido. So that's going to send Jade to the free throw line. She struggled from the charity stripe here this afternoon. But again, it's going to be key for her here down the stretch. I want to remind you to follow along with AU Women's Basketball on Twitter at AU_W Basketball, at AU_W Basketball, and use the hashtag AUWBB. That's if you want to comment on today's game. So Jade able to knock down both there. And now the Eagles have a 4-point cushion with 11.5 seconds to play. And there you see Coach Jebbia, Meg, looking for the 148th win in her tenure here at AU. As McAteer gets it in, Rossi having to push the pace, 8 seconds. Rossi trying to navigate through, going up, can't get it to fall. Tarian goes up, nope, loose ball, and that is going to be the game. So the final score is 53-49. The Eagles in the win column, back-to-back wins for AU in Patriot League play. Eagles improving to 11-5 overall, 4-2 in Patriot League play. And Coach Jebbia now 3 wins away from becoming the winningest coach in program history as the Eagles grab the 4-point W here this afternoon over the Greyhounds, 53-49. As the Greyhounds have now dropped overall 9 in a row, and looks like Jody is hanging out with Coach Jebbia. So guys, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Dan. Meg, a W. Anytime a W in the league, but especially at home in January.
For sure. I mean, I'm excited for the win. I like how we executed down the stretch defensively in particular for the most part. But we have a lot of work to do, and we knew Loyola was going to come in and give us a hard time. They're a good team. Danny's doing a great job with that group. And, you know, they always believe that they can win. And so we need to do a better job of executing, I think, against the zone, which we've been working on, as well as just when they change defenses, going back to man, being able to execute as well.
The bench all year has been a real bright spot, averaging over 17 plus coming off the bench. Talk about Emily Johns.
Yeah, I mean, we knew Emily is really good against the zone. She's able to catch in traffic and finish, and that's why she was in there. I think it actually got them out of the zone a little bit, which was nice to see. So yeah, I just really like what she's able to give us. And she's learning, right? This is her sophomore year. She's still learning things to do correctly, and just happy that she showed up today because we needed her badly.
Well, and showing up at the end, even though she was 1 for 5 from the line before that, you called the play for your senior, for Jade Edwards, the preseason Patriot League Player of the Year. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's confident. She's an 85% free throw shooter. I know she missed a couple. When the game's on the line, the pressure, I want her taking that. Her and Taylor are the two that you want on the line right now. And even Emily Johns is a good free throw shooter, but she hasn't been in that situation. So for me, it was more or less to get it to your seniors, and hopefully it goes in.
Well, and, you know, again, winning at home in the league. Good luck the next time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jody. Have a good one.
You're welcome. Thanks. Back to you, Dan.
All right, thanks, guys. And the Eagles, Jody mentioned it, playing really well here at home. Now 7-1 here at Bender Arena. For the Eagles, leading the way in the scoring department, Emily Johns, 12 points. And how about another strong day from Emily Fisher with 6 points, 8 assists, as well as a couple of steals. Taylor Brown also finishing up with 9 points. Another double-double for Lex Tarian of the Greyhounds, wrapping up with 18 points to go along with 11 rebounds and a couple of assists. So that'll do it for the Geico postgame reports. For Jody Lavin-Patrick, I'm Dan Lang saying so long from Bender Arena here in D.C. Again, the final score, Eagles 53, Greyhounds 49. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Have a great afternoon, everybody.